Yo, welcome to today's video. So I'm gonna tempo tap. Yeah, I think 115 is fine. And the first instrument I'm gonna use is gonna be a Juno 6. I'm gonna throw that in there. And I'm just gonna use the patch that loads up initially like that. Make sure I'm recording notes, and I'm gonna record some chords here. And then now I can quantize these and make sure that my velocities are nice. And I'm just gonna fix some of these notes because some of them are super short and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna do that. Matter of fact, that actually gives me an idea. What if I shorten these? Will that change the sound? Okay, so let me change the grid. Is that any different from how it sounded like the first time? And then I'm just gonna increase some reverb. I think that sounds good. Now next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load up stage 73. Ooh, I think I might like this Teen Town preset here. So I think maybe I can use that one. So what I'll do is I'll just copy what's in here. So I'll just copy and paste right there. And then it's now just the same chord progression like that. But I want these chords to sustain. They're not going to be short chords. So I'm going to delete those. Okay, so the problem here is it's not sounding like that super nice and deep because the velocities are super high. So I think I need to drop the velocities down. And to add some gain to this, I can just throw on a parametric EQ2. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for maybe a bass line. So a bass line that I can look for is maybe something in Flex. Flex has some really cool basses that I can go check out. Maybe I can go into Bass Utopia in here and I can look for something. I think this bass line is kind of okay, so I can take it out of here and then I can place it in there. Let me know what you think about this bass line. I think it's kind of good. It's sounding groovy, sounding nice and funky. I'm just gonna make sure that there's no reverb and delay on this bass. And I'm just gonna turn down the cutoff a little bit because it's a little bit too bright. And then I'm gonna throw in another plug-in here. What else can I throw in? I can throw in maybe a morphine after this. I think that'll be nice as a lead. So I'm gonna go ahead and record that. There's the notes of what I was playing. Okay, I'm gonna do the quantization. And I'm just gonna fix these notes a little bit. So it's gonna go back down right here like that. Ooh, that reverb, bro, that reverb. I'm gonna throw in a flex. Maybe we can try a guitar just for the sake of it. I'm definitely gonna have to fix the notes because I know I messed up. Okay, I think it all worked out, so it's fine. So I just have to turn it down because it's a... So I think I'm gonna go back into maybe morphine. I think that sounds good. And then I'm just gonna throw on an effector on it. But what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna switch off the reverb and put the reverb after the ducking, so that the ducking is not also affecting the reverb. And then I can throw on a reverb here. So the reverb I'm gonna throw in is reverb intensity. I'm gonna throw on this one. I think at this point we can start dropping in some drums, right? I think some drums would be nice at this point here. So just like that. And I think we need kind of a synth sound that can become a layer of our original sound that is right here on the Juno. The first original sound that I made here, I think I need to layer it with something else. So I think I'm going to go back into the Juno here. Okay, that's more like it. I like how that sounds. And maybe I can move this over to this section here. Copy all of this to here, so that the section is just... Let me just play it all together, and so that we can kind of hear how it sounds. I think this is a dope idea for a track. Like that. I think a 120 tempo would be super fun, and I think I'm gonna drop in a stage 73. I'm loving the sounds that this plugin has. It has really amazing sounds. Now to drop in some chords. You know what? I think I'll record this chord progression and then I'll change the sound later. So I'm going to go into the piano roll like that. And then I'm going to press R and then start recording. I think that's it. I think I can quantize this. And now what I need to do is switch out this sound. So I picked this clean Mark 5. So now I just need to look for another one. I think the sound is good, but I'm gonna open up the effects panel here and I'm gonna throw in some effects. So there's already a stereo pan here. Ooh, that sounds nice. Now it's moving around in the stereo field. I think that sounds nice. And then next, I'm going to throw on a reverb. Okay, now it's sounding way better. You know what? I'm actually thinking maybe I can actually make this slower. So I think I'm going to slow it down maybe to like 117. And that's a good thing to kind of adjust your tempo before you start to really progress into the track, before you start to add other like loops and all those kinds of things. Because as soon as you start to change tempo, as soon as your song has progressed, you might actually mess up the track and everything can be thrown out of whack. So I think we have a nice chord progression that's, you know, nice and housey. So now I'm feeling like a bass line. So I'm going to go into flicks and I'm going to throw in flicks. And I know some of you guys like it when I open flicks and I look for bass line, but yes, I am looking for a bass line. I don't want anything else other than a bass line. So I'm going to go ahead and look for a bass line. I just want something with like a lot of sub. So I'm going to, let's check out this loop bass. Okay. Nah, I think that's too much. think this bass is fine. This organ vibe sound here, I think I can use that as kind of one of my basses, but I'm still gonna look for a bass. I did it again. Jesus Christ, I did it again. But this one doesn't count because this one is a bass, so this one doesn't count. So here's the bass line, and I'm just gonna quantize. And I'm just gonna make sure that my velocities are in place, just like that. And I like how it starts off like boom, 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 boom. Like it goes up, like you see these notes here, it goes up and then it comes back down, like down to these notes here, and then it sustains there, and then it goes up again, and then sustains a little bit, and then goes up, and then it comes down again. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna throw in another flex again, and I'm gonna look for the bass that I intended to find the first time before I found this organ one, okay? There we go, that's the kind of bass I was looking for. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna copy what's in the pattern in the organ vibe, and then I'm gonna paste it in here. Paste like that. So this is the bass I was looking for. So it sounds like this. So I think I'm going to be switching between this bass and the second bass, like the organ vibe bass and the sub bass. So they're going to be switching depending with the arrangement section that it's going to be playing at. So this one, maybe I can throw it on maybe somewhere around here like that. So I'll just need to duplicate, and then duplicate this one. Hey, duplicate, bruh. There we go. And maybe I can actually change this second organ bass here. Just like that, just to add, you know, a little bit of variation. I think it'll be super cool. But now that we have the idea of the track, now we can start throwing in some other sounds. So what I can do now is throw in maybe a loop. Okay, I think I like this loop here. I like what it's doing. So now I'm gonna go into my samples, my deep house sample pack, just to find a kick that can go with this track. I think this one would be fine. I think this one is kind of cool, and then I'm just gonna trim it. So I'm gonna go to the mixer, and then I'm gonna turn down the instruments like that. So now you can hear that the kick is starting to like really punch through, because I feel like the piano and the bass lines, they were kind of like super loud in the mix. So I just had to turn down everything else. And just to turn down the sub bass a little bit. And I'm gonna go into hats, and I'm gonna create a new pattern in the channel rack right here. I think this one would be fine, so I'm gonna throw that one in. Matter of fact, I think this sound can be fine right there on the next section where the organ is. I'm just gonna turn the organ vibe up. Okay, so when it comes to this loop here, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a transient processor to it. And I'm gonna increase its attack and drop down the release. Do you hear how that sounds? I think that sounds better. So this is off, and this is on. Just to kind of tame it down a little bit, just like that, right? So this is how it sounds with everything. Let me know down below how you like this loop. Do you like it without the transient processor, or am I doing too much? But maybe I can just, raise the release a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I think that'll be fine. And maybe something I can do with this next sound here, with this original chord sound, is I can layer it with something. So I'm going to throw in a morphine. Okay, I think I like the sound here, and it's gonna play around this section here. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a cymbal. I'm gonna throw on a cymbal right there. And maybe a reverse crash around this section here. So I'm just gonna make sure that it's in time nicely like that. Ooh, I like how the cymbal sounds, this one here. So I'm gonna come here to morphine like that, and I'm gonna throw that in like that, and I'm gonna add this right here. I think that sounds super cool. Now to throw in something else, like another instrument, so I'm gonna go into Flex. Okay, I think I like the sound here. I'm gonna record it in. Just nice and simple like that. Sometimes you can add big plugins just to, add something super simple. Because I feel like sometimes when you add a big plugin, you always think that you have to add like a super big, massive sound and something like that. Ooh, I like this mandolin here. Just like that. And I think the sound needs like a layer, like something to layer it with. So I'm going to throw in... Let's just hear GMS just for the heck of it. So I'm just going to create an automation clip right here like that. And I'm just going to automate the volume like that. So it'll just build up just like that. Okay, so I think the track is sounding nice. It's a nice idea. So now let me just play it back so you can kind of vibe out and hear how it's sounding right now. So what I'm going to do now, just to make it build up so you can kind of have an idea of where I'm trying to go with it, I'm just going to copy all of this over like this and just add the piano like that. And there may be a crash here. And add this just for context, just like that. So now let's listen to the beat as it is now, and then we can just vibe out to it. So obviously I would add maybe, things like pads and things like that, but let me know down below what else you would add. So that's the percussions that I threw in right there. Maybe the sound can actually come in a little bit earlier. You know what? Maybe this sound is something I forgot. Yeah, that's much better. And I think the kick can remain the whole time. I think that's better arrangement. That sound actually sounds like a guitar, yo. Dun, 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 dun. feel how high energy just got? Like the energy just came up a little bit. The energy is super up. Hey. Woo! The bass line, bro. First, I think I'm gonna start with some drums just to get a vibe going. And my tempo, I'm gonna drop my tempo to like 117. I want something nice and slow this time. I usually play around like 117 all the way up to like a 120, but I can even go low if I want to, but I think I'm gonna start here. So let's start with some kicks. This folder really has some cool kicks for other genres, but you just really have to like look closely to find a kick that works. I think this one kind of works. Let's see. Okay, I think this kick here works. This number 46. I think this one works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open my channel rack, and here in my channel rack I think I'm gonna add some hi-hats. Ooh, I like this long one here. And that's gonna be my open hat, and I'm gonna drop that. Okay, no, it's a mistake. I'm gonna drop that. Hey, why am I still dropping kicks in there? Okay, I have this selected here. Open my channel rack again, but this sample is long, so I'm gonna come here to my envelope, and I'm gonna shorten it like that. I think I like that. I like how that sounds. So I'm gonna send it to my mixer, and I'm gonna add some reverb to it. Just a little touch of reverb. So it has a little bit of texture. Ooh, I like that one. I like this one. It kind of sounds like a 909 hat. I'm gonna pan this one to the left so that it kind of has that, you know, that nice vibe to it. And it's not following this first one like exactly, so I'm just gonna put it twice. Just adding that one there just added a really nice groove to it. Now let me look for something way shorter than these other two. I think this one is cool here. So I think with this one I'm gonna create a new pattern for it like that. And this one is just gonna go like that, and I'm gonna raise the swing a little bit. So what I usually like to do at this point here is I like to mute my kick so I can focus on my percussion sounds. Ooh, I think I like that. I like that snap there. I think that will work with my kick. I think I can layer that. Hey, okay, let me bring back the kick. I think this last one here needs a little bit of reverb. Okay, let me drop down the decay a little bit and increase the size. Ooh, I like that sound. I know it says cowbell here, but it doesn't sound like a cowbell. Like let me know what this is. It sounds more like a hat than a cowbell. Yeah, it sounds more like a open hat or semi-open hat more than a cowbell. Ooh, I like that. That's dope. I like this sound. And I think I'm gonna trim it because it has a lot of this empty space. Okay, I think that was the reverb. I just didn't see it. I think I can use this to kind of layer it with the snaps. Okay, I think this track doesn't need any tom, so I think I have my drums nice. So now I can move on to my other sounds, like my synth sounds. And what can I pick? I can pick flicks so that I can see if I can start with something super different than I usually start with. Let's see what I can try. I think I'm gonna start with that sound there. I kind of like how that sound is going. I can work on the other sounds later. Okay, let me quantize that. I think let me raise this one up high like that. Okay, I think that sounds good. I'm gonna throw in another flex here. Let's see what else I can play around with. I like where I'm going with this sound here, so let me record that in. Okay, what happened here? It doesn't sound right. Okay, I think the velocities need to be super high, like all the way to the max. Let me drop this down. Maybe higher. Let me drop down the decay a little bit. And drop down the reverb. Maybe add some delay. Just like that. Okay, now next what I'm gonna throw in is, let's say, a toxic biohazard. Let's see what I can pick in here. I'm gonna go into keyboards. I'm gonna record this in. I kind of like where I'm going with that. Make sure it's recorded. It's kind of like a recurring melody that just keeps going like that. Okay, now time to try a Sakura. Let me see what I can do in here. I like that. I think that sound really works. Let me record that. Something like that. Are you feeling that? Like, that sounds super nice. So I just had to turn it up a little bit, and I think I need to just make it leave room for the oh, why did I just open Edison? Okay, I wanted to open Effector. Okay, I think I need to check here on the parametric EQ2 to see the frequencies of the sound. Okay, it's a tad busy. So I'm just going to EQ some of the low frequencies out. I'm going to drop in a morphine right there, and let's see what I can play around with. Let's go into bass. Let me see if I can find a bass that makes sense in morphine. I know there's not a lot of good basses here. Ooh, that's actually good. I think that's kind of a nice bass. Let me see if I can try that. Something like that. I think that works. If I quantize it. Okay, I think I need to delete that note there. Okay, no. Okay, I need to delete these so it loops correctly. That's actually working out nicely with this sound here. So what I can do is I can make sure that I duplicate all of these so I can have more time to play that organ sound. Okay, something like that. I think I can play it like that. I think I'm not going to quantize this whole sound here. I think what I'll just do is just make sure the notes are all the way up. And raise the reverb just like that. I think we need a pad. I think a pad would work well in this track. Where can I get a pad? I think I can get a pad in GMS. Let's see if I can load up a pad in here. Okay, pads and textures. Let's go all the way down and try these textures. Ooh, that kind of sounds nice. Let's play it with the track. Let's see. Okay, I think that sounds cool. So I'm pressing a D right there, and I'm gonna extend it all the way to 5 and quantize. Wait. Okay, I just had to bring it back like that. And I think I'm gonna throw in another GMS so we can look for another layer of a pad. Go back into pads. Let me go an octave lower. Does a tad bright? Yeah, something like that. Okay, I think that works fine. Again, a D right there. And again, I'm gonna make sure that that sound ducks. Okay, now let's go into cymbals. Ooh, I like this one. I like how it goes and then it changes like that. Send it to a mixer track, some reverb, and increase the reverb. Okay, I think I like that one, but it's hella loud, so I'm gonna turn it down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these sounds like this, and I'm going to copy everything till here. Matter of fact, everything till here, and make sure everything starts like that, and delete these. I kind of like this rim here. Yo! Yo, this double barrel rim is amazing, bro. It just like made this track come together nicely. I think I kind of like this. I think that needs some reverb. Kind of put it in a distance, and with a little bit of some more decay and a little bit of size. I think I'm gonna throw in the snare right there. Like I think somewhere around here. That's a really solid snare. Maybe right there. Okay, hold on. I need to place the snare nicely. Okay, I think right there is fine. I'm gonna cut out some of the high frequencies and reverb it a little bit and turn it down. It's just supposed to accent this tune. And you see, when you have a sound that's like sitting like this here, if you want to like add it to certain sections as well, all you just have to do is just press shift and then you just copy it over. So I can just do that and it will stay in time as long as you just make sure that you are looking at where you're placing it. So I'm just going to place it right there. I think I need some white noise, and I can get some white noise in flicks. I think it will really do a good job to this track. Yeah, there we go, there we go. I think I need it right here by the transition section. Aha, just like that. Quantize, boom. And I think this sound here, like this organ, I think I want it right here by the break. And I think my bass line needs some time out. And this sound here, I think I'm gonna make it come in slowly. I think it's just a tad, it's coming in a tad early. I want it to build up as the track goes. I just had to change that sound because I didn't like how it was sounding. It was sounding too raw. I think I'm gonna change this note here, and I'm I'm gonna change these notes here. Okay, I think this track came out super dope. If you haven't subscribed by now, make sure to subscribe. Let me play this full arrangement so we can take a listen to it as, you know, as I arranged it. I just made sure I put on an arrangement so that, you know, we kind of have an idea of where the track is going. So let me play it back. I like that snare. And we have that white noise. I like the energy build up right here. I think the section needs a crash. And then the breakdown. First thing I'm gonna do is my tempo, so we have a nice good tempo, and I think I'm feeling like 120, but I feel like something maybe a bit faster this time, maybe a 122. I think a 122 is kind of okay. It's kind of pushing it in the deep house kind of genre, but I think a 122 is okay. I want something that's a bit faster today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this chord here, and I'm just gonna drop it here. I like this chord here, so I'm gonna go ahead and record that. So I'm gonna turn on my metronome like that. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna quantize that, make sure my velocities are good. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, since this is a wave, I'm going to need to add some effects to it. So I'm going to send this to a mixer track right here, and I'm going to throw on an effector on it. And I think I'm going to use the trans preset here, and I think I'm going to play around with it. Let me just add that wobble, you know, just that little wobble there. So without it sounds like this. It just sustains all the way, but I like to add a little bit of wobble, and after that I think I can add some reverb to it. It's actually started to rain. I think that wobble is adding some really nice character to these chords. I think what I can add now is maybe a few drums. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new pattern right here, and I'm just gonna put that there, and I'm gonna go into my hats. I'm gonna drop that one there, and I'm gonna put these here. And I'm gonna add this other layer of hats here. Okay, I like what I'm doing with those hats there. And I think I'm gonna open this graph editor here, and I'm just gonna drop down the velocity of this hat right here. Just like that, just to add a little bit of a nice groove to it like that. And I'm gonna go back to these chords, and I'm just gonna drop down these effects, and I'm gonna add a parametric EQ too. And I think I just need to take out a little bit of the low frequencies here, so I'm just gonna high pass a little bit, because I can hear that the chords are doing, they have like too much low end information that I just needed to take out. I think that sounds better. That sounds so much better. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw in a morphine right here, and I'm gonna throw in something, maybe, let's see what I can throw in. Ooh, I think the sound is super dope. I'm just gonna add that sound there. So I'm gonna record it in. Just like that. Sometimes it's okay to not overcomplicate like notes, because the more you overcomplicate them, if you don't really know what you're trying to do, you might end up just making it sound super cheesy and super overdone. Okay, so I'm gonna make this repeat. So I don't want it to be too loud. I just made it super soft so that it's not too loud. So now I'm gonna go and drop in another. Okay, let me give Sour a chance and just drop it in here. Let's see what I can throw in there. Okay, I found a preset that's cool called, I found a preset called Popstar that I'm gonna throw in. I think I'm just gonna play it like that. Super nice and simple. I'm gonna record it in. Nice. I think that's cool. So I'm gonna make sure I add it in like that. And this is coming along, bro. Ooh, that sounds nice. That sounds fire already. Okay, so I think I can actually automate the cut off of this sound like that so that it can build up. And I think what I'll do is I'll just duplicate this, maybe like that, and throw in an automation clip right here like that. And I want it to build up so that yo, this is coming along nicely, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in another flex. Wait, have I used the? Okay, I haven't used the flex yet. Let me go ahead and throw in a flex, and I'm gonna go into my favorites. Okay, let me throw in that sound here. That sounds super nice. That just up the level of the of the quality of this beat. Okay, so I'm gonna record it in. So what I'm noticing is that the harder I play them, the more aggressive it sounds like. But if I play it softer, it sounds cool. So I think I'm just gonna do that. So it kind of builds up as it's going, you know? Okay, maybe that's a bit much. Let me start here by 50% and bring it up. That sounds good, bro. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it play at the second section here. So I'm gonna copy all of this over like that. After I copy this over, I'm gonna make sure that it plays there. So I'm gonna go into my SFX because I wanted to transition. I think I like that, so it can just transition like that. Okay, right here I think I want to add this sound here. Okay, so I think right here by the build up, by the transition section here, that's where I want the open hat to start playing so that it kind of builds up the energy there. Okay, now let's see if we can throw in some bass. I think some bass would be nice for this. And I usually like to pick my basses from Flicks. So I'm gonna go into Flicks and I'm gonna drop it in here. What the hell just happened? Did it just crash right now? Are you kidding me? What the hell? Out of bounds, how? What? And I wasn't even saving, bro. What the hell? If I say okay, what happens? Oh no, bro. Okay, let me say okay. Okay, seems we can continue. Okay, fine. But is my flicks gonna work though? Oh no, it doesn't work. Okay, maybe it's I can actually save. Let me save quickly. Oh yes, I can save. What the hell? What am I gonna call this? Crashed deep house. Boom. Okay, cool. Let me just close the thing and restart it, and then we can add the bass. Open it again. Hopefully the FLP is not gonna be corrupted. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. It works. Okay, we're back in business. Wow. Of all my days, bro. The bass is gonna be sweet, man. The bass is gonna be sweet. Okay, this is like revenge bass for crashing, bro. Okay, let me record that. Okay, so I just kind of had fun, like right here at the end there, just to kind of make the bass a little bit different, just to add some variation. Let me know what you think about that section there, but I think it came out really cool. Okay, I think I like it, but what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this right here, and I think this section here is maybe gonna come through right here so that it repeats like that. Okay, so the bass preset I'm using is called Lucky Pluck. Now time to throw in a kick. Wait, we're missing a clap. I totally forgot that we're missing a clap. Okay, let me try this one here. The sound here. Okay, I think maybe I can layer it with this clap because I like how this has kind of like a pre-sound going on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift it a little bit in time. So I'm gonna go into the notes like this. Okay, let me make sure I select this section here. That kind of works. Might be a hit or miss, but you let me know what you think down below. Is that clap working for you? Or maybe should I try something else? Let me try something that hits a bit harder. You know what? I think I like this one better. Okay, I think this came out super dope. If you haven't subscribed right now to this channel, make sure to subscribe down below for more videos and sessions like this. But let's just listen to it and just write it out. Let's jam to it.